student-athletes' resilience and how to fight through adversity. The Vandegrifts Vipers baseball team will have to demonstrate some of that resilience and stare down adversity today to stay in the playoff race. It's the Vandegrifts Vipers against the Westwood Warriors right now on Vype Live. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to cloudy and cool Venom Field on the campus of Vandegrift High School in Austin, Texas. Merle Bertrand here at the ballpark along with our QA Nathan Nunez back at the comfy, cozy Vype Live studios. John Prussell unable to make it today with today's game being rescheduled, unfortunately, so flying solo here this afternoon. Rain, of course, in the area yesterday, even going back to Thursday. But rain, sunshine, sleet, or snow, the Vipers simply have to have this ball game today to have anything more than just a mathematical chance of making the playoffs. The Vipers under head coach Alan McGee come into today in the midst of a 3-game losing streak with an overall mark of 16-11 and now 5-5 in the district after the 3-0 loss at Westwood on Tuesday night. The Vipers are now in 5th place in the district, a game behind these Warriors and 1.5 games behind Vista Ridge, who defeated Hutto 4-0 last night in the only game played in the district. Remember, just the top 4 teams make the playoffs. That's the bad news. The good news is all it takes is a win this afternoon, and they're very much alive. Remember, the Vipers swept Vista Ridge earlier this season, so they own the tiebreaker over the Rangers. And a win today would give them a desperately needed split with Westwood. So no need to panic, but they almost have to have a win here today. Another loss will put them 2 games out of a playoff spot with just 3 games remaining. The Warriors under 6-year head coach Casey Carter come into Venom Field at 18-7-1 overall, a game back of Cedar Ridge for second, and a game and a half behind league-leading Round Rock. The Dragons series, by the way, against Stony Point was postponed to next week. I'm speculating that that's a COVID-related type situation, but I don't know that. But both of their games against Stony Point were postponed this week. So, in any event, that sets the table on this end. When we come back, we'll hear from Vipers head coach Alan McGee talking about the weather, last Tuesday night's game, and today's game against the Westwood Warriors. You're watching Vandegrifts Vipers baseball on Vype Live.
Vype Live, the leader in high school sports broadcasts. Wait, hold on just a moment. It's true that Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, excels at high school sports broadcasts, but did you know that Vype Live does more than sports? Vype Live does band recitals, academic events. For more information on how Vype Live can broadcast your event, email us at vype.com.
Well, please be joined once again on a Saturday afternoon matinee baseball, not the game we thought we were going to get, but the game nonetheless, and a more important game by the head coach of the Vandegrifts Vipers, Coach Alan McGee. And, Coach, crazy weather yesterday. You just never know. It feels like Wrigley Field in April out here, but we're ready for baseball anyway.
Yeah, the rain was kind of unpredictable yesterday, and then the dirt actually was fine. It was just the grass was so slick, and we both agreed that for a game of this magnitude, we didn't want an outfielder slipping on a ball he's running for, or all of a sudden an infielder to come up with a ball that felt like a shot put, right? So we both agreed to move it to today, and here we are.
Well, a tough game on Tuesday night. We were just talking a few moments ago. I looked at the batting order, and I said on the broadcast, I like the lineup. And at the end of the night, still nothing on the scoreboard. I think a lot of that has to do with the pitching performance. But what's the attitude of the guys now? Are they down themselves? Are they starting to press a little bit? Or are they still getting ready to battle here today?
They're tough kids. They're ready to battle. We obviously started concentrating, and not that we didn't concentrate on hitting, but we definitely made it a top priority these last couple days. And then with the weather the way it was on Thursday and Friday, that's really all we could do was hit. Hitting is contagious, and they know that. So all it's going to take is a little spark plug, and we string a couple hits together, then all of a sudden, the bats are going to come alive and get runs home. That's the most important thing, is getting those runs home.
Right. And talk about the pitching change tonight. Danny Farrell going to get the start. Braden Buchanan has been the number 2 pitcher, but they've been pretty close all season long. Talk about your thinking about that a little bit.
Yeah, they both have, and Daniel's done a great job, so has Braden, but we feel like we're better defensively when we're able to keep Braden, behind the plate and landing over at first base, and Farrell on the mound is going to be just fine. He's going to go out and compete and throw strikes, and that's at this point of the year we definitely needed some good defense out there, and we feel like this is going to be our best opportunity to win.
And last question for you. Obviously, you don't really want to be in the position where you've fallen out of the district lead and that kind of thing and battling for a playoff spot, but you're almost now in the situation where you kind of really do control your own destiny. You can stop scoreboard watching. Is it making it easier for the guys to focus on that?
You know, we tell them the only game that matters is this one. And so, you know, let the coaches look at all that other stuff, but we just got to focus on the game at hand, those 21 outs, and go play for each other, go play the baseball game the right way, go play hard, go compete for each other. And, you know, if you do all those things, let the chips fall where they may.
Well, Coach, appreciate the time, and again, good luck this afternoon. We expected to see a team in blue. We see a team in burnt orange instead, but at the end of the day, you still need to get the win.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.
Hey, Coach Al McGee, kind of for joining us here on the pregame show. We'll take a break and be back in time for the national anthem in the first pitch. You are watching Vandergrift Vipers Baseball on Vype Live.
Someone was covering your favorite high school sports teams? You just couldn't make it to the game and you need to find out now what's going on? Well, my friend, your prayers are answered. Go to Vype, VYPE.com and hit Find Your School to see what Vype is saying about your great community. See for yourself why Vype is the leader in high school sports coverage in Texas. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com.
Do you love the game of football? Wish you could be part of the action? Then become a football official. The Austin Football Officials Association is actively seeking new members to officiate games all across Central Texas. The Austin Football Chapter of TASO, the Texas Association of Sports Officials, provides a 2-year training program for new members. Taught by a crew of veteran officials, these training classes meet each Monday night from July through November and include classroom and on-field instruction. You don't need to be an ex-player or a coach to become a great official and have a memorable officiating career. As our officials will tell you, working around student athletes at all levels of football is gratifying. Plus, you'll develop lifelong friendships with other officials who share your passion for the game. Officiating football is a great way to get into and stay in shape, be a positive role model for student athletes, retain your competitive edge, and earn additional income. Visit the Austin Football Officials Association online at afoa.ws for more information. That's afoa.ws.
At Austin Pets Alive, the mission is to promote and provide the resources, education, and programs needed to eliminate the killing of companion animals. That means more happy pets joining more happy families every single day. In fact, Austin Pets Alive has saved more than 25,000 dogs and cats since 2008. And you can help. Adopt a new family member, help out with a donation, or roll up your sleeves and volunteer. If you have love, time, or money to spare, we all have at least one of those, you're needed. Visit AustinPetsAlive.com to get started. Austin Pets Alive, helping people help pets.
Welcome back to Venom Field on the campus of Vandergrift High School. Merle Bertrand here. Nathan Nunez back at the Vype Live studios. We're getting ready for Vandergrift against Westwood in the 11th game of district play, and a critical one coming up for both of these ball clubs, but we're the Viper partisans, so it's a must-win game for Vandergrift for all intents and purposes, marking our 534th Vipers cast overall on KMAX Sports and Vype Live, dating back, to 2009 on our 142nd Vipers baseball broadcast here on the network. Big thanks to Vandergrift Booster Club President Jennifer Farrow and Vice President Steve Miller and all of our sponsors. Our home run sponsors, Shannon Kramer with Bartlett Realty and Silverton Custom Homes. Well, we'll get to that right after the starting lineups.
Here, center field. 28, Jack Brinson, catching. 21, Matthew Dula, shortstop. 7, Tate Joint, pitching. 12, Josh Stasio, third base. 13, Ridge Morgan, first base. 16, Colton Clements, designated hitter. We'll be batting for Gail Garcia, second base. Number 5, Gus Midland. And finally, number 4, Evan Dunn, right field. The Warriors are coached by Casey Carter. Now, please welcome to the field our Vandergrift Vipers, coached by Alan McGee. Leading off for the Vipers, number 1, Nick Jackson, third base. 15, Brayden Buchanan, catching. 29, Christian Overhaul, designated hitter for pitcher, Daniel Farah. 13, Clayton Moore at second base. 25, Landon Thompson, first base. 18, Will Gilbert, right field. Number 6, David Porrell, left field. Number 4, Tyler Hubbard in center. And finally, number 5, shortstop, Ryan Back. Please stand as we honor our country with the playing of the national anthem performed by the VANDEGRIFT Chamber Choir.
All right, we are ready for baseball. You can hear the wind blustering in the crowd, Mike. It is really gusting here. We'll talk about that in just a second. We do want to get in our sponsors. Our home run sponsors, Shannon Kramer with Bartlett Realty, along with Silverton Custom Homes. Our double play sponsors, Ranch Road Vision. Our single sponsors, Independence Title, D.H. Allen Construction, South Star Bank, and Steiner Ranch Wagabag. And our banner sponsor, Trent Reynolds Baseball Development, along with our Vype network sponsor, Academy Sports and Outdoors. For all the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to gear up and have fun out there. They're going to have fun dealing with the wind. It's not unusual for it to be windy up here at Venom Field this time of year. What is unusual, if you notice the flags blowing out there in center field, they are gusting hard from left to right, blowing straight out to right field. If it's windy up here, it's usually blowing the other way or blowing out. Rarely do you see it blowing from left to right, but that's what they're dealing with here today. So we will give you the batting order here for the Westwood Warriors. Jeff Hebert, the center fielder, leading it off. Jack Brinson behind the plate, batting second. Matthew Gould, the shortstop, batting third. Tate Joint, the starting pitcher this afternoon for Westwood in the cleanup spot. And Josh Estacio, the third baseman, batting fifth. Ridge Morgan, Tuesday night's winning pitcher, over first base, batting sixth. Colton Clements, the DH today, batting seventh for the second baseman, Gael Garcia. Gus Windland out in left field, batting eighth. And Evan Dunn, the right fielder, batting ninth. So it's Hebert, Brinson, Gula, Joint, Estacio, Morgan, Clements, Windland, and Dunn for Coach Casey Carter's Westwood Warriors. Defense is set for the Vipers. David Forrell getting the start out in left field today. Tyler Hubbard in center. Will Gilbert out in right. Reconfigured infield once again. Nick Jackson moving in from left field to take over third base today. Ryan back at shortstop. Clayton Moore moving over from third base to second again. And Landon Thompson at first base. Braden Buchanan behind the plate. And Daniel Farrow on the hill here for the Vipers. We'll give you his numbers here in just a moment as Jeff Hebert steps in. And the first pitch in the call, strike one. We are underway from Venom Field. Happy to have you aboard on a Saturday afternoon. Expected to see the Georgetown Eagles out there. Mother Nature remains undefeated. Other plans default to the district game against Westwood. And the pitch high, ball one, one strike, and one ball to Hebert. That pitch just a little high, 2 balls and 1 strike. Farrell making his 10th appearance, 25 2/3 innings pitch, a record of 1-3. Does have 3 saves, used primarily this season as a long reliever. 2-1 pitch. Misses up high, ball 3, says the umpire. Giving up 17 hits, 15 runs, 6 of those earned for a 1.64 ERA. He's walked 19 and 36 strikeouts. And it comes back there with the curveball at the knees for a called strike, and the count 3-2 to Hebert. 3-2 pitch. Foul back to the screen. We'll do it again. Braden Buchanan, sophomore catching. He is ready to go as well. So the Vipers with a couple of good arms here today, ready to go. 3-2 pitch. Up high, ball 4, and it's a leadoff walk. That'll bring up the catcher, Jack Brinson. You know, it's a big game because we have 3 umpires out here today. As Brinson steps in. Swung on, fouls it back to the screen, strike 1. Good pitch across the outside corner, strike 2. 0-2 to Brinson. Popped up on the infield. Everything in the air is going to be an adventure. Ooh, and you could hear the communication, but Buchanan didn't. As charging in from third was Nick Jackson. And he and Buchanan collided at the first base line. So the Vipers a little bit lucky there. Nice play by Buchanan, but got to work on the communication a little bit. 1 out now for Matthew Gould, the shortstop. Low and away outside, ball 1. Gula 0 for 3 on Tuesday night. Struck out 3 times. And that ball almost thrown away, but fortunately for the Vipers, it glanced off the body of Hebert. And Thompson able to track it down quickly before the runner could advance. Up high, ball 2. Ferris pitch is still a little bit high. Hopefully he'll dial it in here. I'm guessing a little extra surge of adrenaline getting the start in a big game like this. 2-0 pitch. Up high, ball 3. .30 pitch. Taken all the way in there at the knees. Called strike 1 to Gula. 3-1. High, ball 4. And 2 walks puts runners at first and second with 1 away. That'll bring up today's starting pitcher, Tate Joint. Joint, the starting shortstop, made a couple of fine plays on Tuesday night. You see the conference on the mound there. District standings look like this coming into today. Round Rock at 7-2, Cedar Ridge at 7-3. They're taking on McNeil this afternoon here on Vype Live. We'll get updates on that one. Vista Ridge defeating Huddle last night 4-0, so they are 7-4. Westwood 6-4. The Vipers at 5-5. Stony Point not out of it yet at 4-5. Swung on, foul tip, strike 1 to Joint. A Viper win today would tie them with Westwood at 6-5 for the 4th and final playoff spot with 3 games remaining. A loss today would put them 2 games behind both Vista Ridge and Westwood with just 3 games remaining. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Good waste pitch outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 from Farrell. Ooh, just a little low in the count, 2-2. Two-two pitch. High and away, ball 3. Big pitch coming up early in this ball game. 3 balls, 2 strikes, runner to first and second with 1 out. It's a line shot out in the right field for a base hit. That might roll to the corner. It will. 1 run is going to score as Hebert comes in. They're going to wave around Gula and hold the runner at second. It's going to be a 2 RBI double to the right field off the bat of Tate Joyne, and it's 2-0 Westwood early. That'll bring up third baseman Josh Estacio with 1 out and a runner at second. And the Warriors have broken out on top early. Just misses outside. This umpire's got a pretty tight strike zone. Way outside, Buchanan stabs it in the count 2-0. Foul back to the screen, 2-1. Chop third base side. That is a fair ball. The throw from Jackson not in time. They're going to play over to third. And it's going to roll out in the left field. They got a chance to go to home, and the run's going to score. And on the throw, the other runner goes down to second. Infield single from Estacio. Jackson did all he could with it, but pretty good speed there for Estacio. And a 3-0 Westwood.
Next up, first baseman Ridge Morgan.
So Joint scores on the throw home to make it 3-0. Anastasia moves up to second on the throw home. Still just 1 out. Ridge Morgan steps in. 3-0 now. Westwood on top. Foul back to the screen. Strike 1.
Good job.
Off-speed floats in the call strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Morgan, the winning pitcher on Tuesday night, also had a 2 RBI base hit. And that one tapped right back to Farrell. He's got it, and he tosses over to first for out number 2. On the throw, the runner able to move over to third with 2 away. So the 1-3 put out with 2 outs. And Colton Clements, the DH, will step in. Slap right back to Farrell. He's got it. And Clements is out to retire the side. But Westwood, a big inning to get things started as they pick up 3 runs. They get them on just 2 hits. No errors, 1 runner left on base. We will go to the bottom half of the first inning. Westwood 3 and the Vipers coming up to bat. Vandegrifts batting order looks like this. Nick Jackson playing third base today to lead it off. Braden Buchanan batting second behind the plate. Christian Oker home to DH today for the pitcher Farrell batting third. Clayton Moore over at second base in the cleanup spot. Landon Thompson over at first base batting fifth. Will the Thrill Gilbert out in right field batting sixth. David Forrell getting the start in left at batting seventh. Tyler Hubbard in center field batting eighth. And Ryan back to shortstop batting ninth. So Jackson, Buchanan, Oker home. Moore, Thompson, Gilbert. Forrell, Hubbard, and back. The batting order for Coach Alan McGee's Vandegrifts Vipers. Trying to get a little extra pop in the bat and get some stuff started. You're down 3 early. You don't need to get them all back in this inning. Just get something going and get a little confidence going here. Defense is set for Westwood. Gus Winland, Jeff Ebert, and Evan Dunn, the outfield left to right. Josh Estacio, didn't write down the shortstop. Matthew Gula, Gael Garcia, and Ridge Morgan, the infield third to first. And Jack Brinson behind the plate. Tate Joint, the start for the Westwood Warriors. If you're the Vipers, you're encouraged by the fact that Farrell was able to settle down and get a couple of ground ball outs to end the inning. That's more like what he's capable of doing. So get some runs here and build on that heading into the second inning. So here's Jackson stepping in, coming into the series, batting .346, no home runs and 16 RBI. Oh, boy. Strike one called. One of the worst pitches thrown today, and he calls it a strike. 0-1 the count. Slapped right, knocked him down, Joint. Let's see if he can recover in time. Picks it up and tosses over to first. That was Nick Jackson. I was just about to say he was 0 for 4 on Tuesday night. He hit every single ball like that and hit him right to somebody, just like he did just there to Tate Joint. So 1 out for Braden Buchanan. Down low, ball 1 to Buchanan. 359 hitter coming into the series with no homers and 14 RBI. Outside corner call strike, 1-1. 5 doubles and 2 triples coming into the series for Buchanan. And that one hits him on top of the helmet. They're going to say it hit the bat. Wow, that's a tough break. One-two pitch. Turns on that one, elicited, fouled on the third base side. The count 1-2. One-two pitch. Slap to the shortstop. Gula's got it. And the throw to first, pretty close play, and the umpire says he got there just in time. Good hustle by Buchanan. Doesn't run like a catcher, a backup quarterback in the Viper football team. So pretty good speed, but there are 2 away. And that'll bring up Christian Oker home. Coming into the series, team leading .431 batting average, a home run, and 20 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit. That might get to the gap there. Nope, it's going to be dropped down in front of the center fielder. But Oker home aboard with a 2-out single. Oh, that'll bring up Clayton Moore. Moore, .316 hitter coming in. No homers and 10 RBI. Moore 1 for 2, also reached on a walk and had a fielder's choice on Tuesday. Down low, ball 1. At the knees for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Clayton Moore. There goes Okerholm, hit and run. That ball is out into left field for a base hit. And Okerholm slips. He's got to scramble back to second. Fortunately, the left fielder didn't see him. So Moore with a 2-out single. Runners at first and second for the Vipers for Landon Thompson. Big at bat here for Thompson when you're struggling at the plate, and I'm not talking about him in particular, I'm talking about the Vipers as a whole. Somebody needs to step up and get a big 2-out single and reverse the momentum. Let's see if Thompson can do it. Team leading 2 home runs, 296 hitter, 2 home runs, 9 RBI. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Had a big cut at the off speed, a little bit out in front of it. Doesn't need to jack one out of here. Just get it in play. Down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. 323 to the left field pole, 325 to right, 380 to dead away center field. May as well be 580 with the wind blowing like it is today. 1-1 pitch. Nice adjustment on the off speed. That one stung a little bit. Got him, jammed him on the bat handle. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2 the count. Popped up right side. See if the wind's going to blow it around. It's going to drop in there for a base hit. 1 run is going to score. They're going to hold the runner at third base. And Landon Thompson plops one just beyond the fringe in right field for a base hit, and it's 3-1 Westwood on top. Oklahoma running all the way with 2 away scores easily. Clayton Moore moves over to third. 3-1 game, and Will the Thrill Gilbert stepping in, trying to cut it to a 1-run game. Still 2 away. And time is called. Gilbert a nice night on Tuesday night, went 2 for 3 in the game. There goes the runner off first, and no throw. So now a base hit could potentially tie it up. All this happening with 2 outs. Okerholm the single, Moore the single, Thompson with the bloop single, and Coach Carter going to come out and talk to his pitcher, Tate Joint. You'd obviously like the base hit here to tie it up. Even if you don't get it, I guarantee that Coach McGee's going to say to his guys, look, we got 3 singles off of this guy. He's not untouchable. And that's not even counting the rocket shot that Jackson hit. That, if you're a Peanuts fan, remember the line drives that knocked the clothes off of Charlie Brown. That's what it did there to Tate Joint, but he stayed with it and made the play. 1-0 the count to Gilbert. Down low, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Way outside, ball 3. First base is open. Three and 0 the count. Shows bunt. And pulls it back, strike 1. Here's count, 3 balls, 1 strike. Oh boy, I have not figured out this guy's strike zone. He's all over the map. Count goes full. Here's the big pitch. In the called strike 3. And the inning is over. But the Vipers do get a run. They get it on 3 hits. No errors, 2 runners left on base. We move to the second inning. Your score 3-1, Westwood on top. You're watching Vandegrifts Vipers baseball on Vype Live.
Vype Live, the leader in high school sports broadcasts. Wait, hold on just a moment. It's true that Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, excels at high school sports broadcasts, but did you know that Vype Live does more than sports? Vype Live does band recitals, academic events. For more information on how Vype Live can broadcast your event, email us at vype.com.
To move up to second base. So 1 ball, no strikes to Dunn, and Windland at second base. Bunts to that one for a strike, 1-1. Pitcher up high, ball 1, snap throw down to second. Windland dives back in. 2-1 the count to Dunn. High again. Three-one pitch. Bunts it. And sacrifice bunt executed perfectly. Nice job by the first baseman Thompson coming in. Clayton Moore on the wheel coming over to cover. So it's a 3-4 sacrifice, moves Windland over to third base with 1 away. And back to the top of the order we go to Jeff Hebert. One out runner at third for Hebert. He started off the uprising in the first inning with a walk. Pitch a little high, ball one. Swing and a miss. Good pitch, strike one. Foul back to the screen, 1-2 to the Warrior center fielder. Infield playing in. Vipers can't afford to give up a fourth run here early. One-two pitch. Brushes him back, 2-2. Little number off the bat handle, and that is going to drop in there for a base hit. Tagging and scoring was with it, and it's 4-1 Westwood. So here's Brinson. He popped out in the first inning. 0 for 1 in the game. Comes up here with a runner at first base, still just one out. Pitch in there, call strike one. Pitch goes up over the head of the Westwood catcher. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Popped up against the screen. One ball, 2 strikes. Just barely hung alive on that one. One-two pitch. Up high, ball 2. Ooh, curveball spun in, but not with this umpire. The count goes full. Three balls, 2 strikes. There goes the runner off first. In the call, strike 3. The throw down. They're going to get him. Oh, slid under the tag. Thought we were going to get a strike him out, throw him out, double play. Brinson is out for out number 2. Hebert steals second base. 2 outs now for Matthew Gula. So 2 outs, runner at second. High inside, ball 1. Good pitch there. Then he's called strike. 1-1. One pitch. Way outside, and that is going to hop back to the backstop and allow Hebert to move up to third base. 2-1 pitch. Brushes them back again, 3-1. Good pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Farrell looking in, trying to get out of the jam. 3-2 pitch with 2 away. Got him. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to slam the door. But Westwood does get the run back. They pick it up, the 1 run on 2 hits. Helped out by a throwing error. 1 runner left on base. We'll go to the bottom half of the second inning. We'll keep it here at the ballpark. 4-1, Westwood on top.
PHS Baseball would like to thank our home run sponsors, Shannon Kramer, Bartlett Realty, and Silverton Custom Homes. Leading off for the Vipers in the bottom of the second will be Forrell, Hubbard, and Pat.
We move to the bottom half of the second inning. Vipers trailing at 4-1. Unofficially, 54 pitches already for Daniel Farrow. That's on that pace. He'll last into the 4th inning, and that's about it. So hopefully he can get a couple of quick innings. But right now the Vipers need some runs. Bottom of the order due up here. David Forrell, Tyler Hubbard, and Ryan Back. 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up. VANDEGRIFT trailing it again by 3 at 4-1. High inside, ball 1. Low and away, ball 2. Good cut, 2-1. Forrell just 0 for 7 from the plate with 3 RBIs this season. Used primarily as a courtesy runner over at first base. Ooh, ducked out of the way of that one. And count 3-1. So you know he's got good speed if he can get aboard here. And he draws a walk. So Forrell's aboard. And that'll bring up Tyler Hubbard. So Tyler Hubbard stepping in. Anthony's call, strike 1 to Hubbard. Came into the series batting .269 with no home runs and 4 RBI. Ground ball slapped out into right field for a base hit. Rounding second, heading for third is Forrell, and the Vipers have runners at the corners. Vipers had the hit and run on. And the second baseman, Garcia, is moving over to second to cover the runner breaking off first base. Hubbard hits it right behind him. Vipers at the corners with nobody out. That'll bring up Ryan Back with nobody out. High and away, ball 1. Vipers trying to scratch back into this one. The fake throw to third and throw to first. First time I've seen it this year. The most useless play in baseball, but Westwood actually almost pulled it off just there. Pitch at the knees, call strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to back. There goes the runner off first. In there for a call strike. That throw is going to go out to left field. This umpire, I tell you, that was not a strike. Stolen base for Hubbard. Runners at second and third now. One-two pitch. Ripped into left field, and that is going to drop in there for a base hit. So the bottom of the order delivers. They got at least 1 run here. The rally continues. 4-2 ball game. Ryan Back lands a single to left field to score 4 to make it 4-2. Hubbard moves up to third. Runner still at the corner. Still nobody out. Hitting is contagious. Back to the top of the order we go. There goes the runner off of first. The throw down to the shortstop cover, and they're going to get him. Oh, he slid under the tag. Just like we saw happen at the top of the inning. I tell you what, Ryan Back was dead to rights, and somehow he slid under the tag. Coach Carter out there arguing that he got him on the arm on the way by. So Hubbard at third, Back at second. And I believe the count is 1-0 to Nick Jackson, who drilled the ball right through the box, except that Tate Joint's body was in the way. Base hit here could tie it up. Little squib down the right field line, drifting into foul territory, and the wind is going to blow it. One ball, 1 strike to Jackson. Infield in for the Warriors. Low and away. That's going to get back to the backstop. And we're not going to have a throw, and it's a 4-3 ball game. Hubbard scores on the wild pitch. Back moves up to third. 4-3. 2 balls, 1 strike to Jackson. Runner at third. Still nobody out. All right, the conference is over. Two balls, 1 strike to Nick Jackson. 2 runs in. Tying run at third, still nobody out. Down low. Three balls, one strike. That ball drilled to center field, and that is going to be caught, but should be deep enough to tie the run. And coming in with the tying run is Ryan Back. We got a brand new ball game, 4-4. Nick Jackson delivers a hard hit sacrifice fly to center field. To plate back, and we're tied at 4. So 1 out, base is empty for Braden Buchanan. Vipers have fought back. Pitch up high and away, ball 1 to Buchanan. Popped up right side. This will be an adventure with the wind. Drifting over near the foul line and making the catch. That was, I believe, a fair ball, says the umpire. So Buchanan pops out to right field. 2 away now for Christian Okerholm. Okerholm started the rally last inning with a 2-out single. Had a cut there, swung through it, strike 1. Little squibber off the right side, going to be scooped up by Garcia, and the toss over to first to retire the side. But the Vipers, a nice big inning. Boy, did they need it today. They get the 3 tying runs. They get them on just 2 hits. Helped out by a walk. Nobody left on base. New ball game. We'll go to the 3rd, 4-4 game. You're watching Vandegrifts Vipers baseball on Vype Live.
Do you love the game of football? Wish you could be part of the action? Then become a football official. The Austin Football Officials Association is actively seeking new members to officiate games all across Central Texas. The Austin Football Chapter of TASO, the Texas Association of Sports Officials, provides a 2-year training program for new members. Taught by a crew of veteran officials, these training classes meet each Monday night from July through November and include classroom and on-field instruction. You don't need to be an ex-player or a coach to become a great official and have a memorable officiating career. As our officials will tell you, working around student athletes at all levels of football is gratifying. Plus, you'll develop lifelong friendships with other officials who share your passion for the game. Officiating football is a great way to get into and stay in shape, be a positive role model for student athletes, retain your competitive edge, and earn additional income. Visit the Austin Football Officials Association online at afoa.ws for more information. That's afoa.ws.
So the Vipers with some new life here as we go to the top half of the 3rd inning. All tied up now, 4-4. Merle Bertrand here at the ballpark. Nathan Nunez back at the Vype Live studios. As Tate Joint steps in to lead it off. And swings on the first pitch, fouls it back, strike 1. Joint the big blow, the 2 RBI double in the first inning. Low and away, ball 1. Down low, 2 balls, 1 strike to Joint. Ground ball left side, backhand stop. Make the good throw. Oh! Nice job by Ryan Back with a backhand stop to throw 1. Hop Thompson kept the ball in front of him but couldn't scoop it in. And Joint is aboard. And the pitch high inside, ball 1 to Estacio. Singled in the first. Just outside. 2 balls and no strikes to Estacio. Could be a double play ball. Back, scoops it up, goes to second for 1, and that'll be the only thing they're going to get. Almost turned it. Pretty good effort there, but a nice play there by the infield. Back to Moore for the 6-4 force out. 1 away. Estacio replaces Joint at first base. And Ridge Morgan will step in with 1 out runner at first. Ground ball again to back. This could be a double play. Over to second for 1 to throw to first. And this time Thompson digs the throw out of the dirt and makes the play. 6-4-3 double header, a double play, and the Vipers are out of the inning. 6-4-3 double play. Nice job, Ryan Back and Clayton Moore and Landon Thompson digging the throw out of the dirt to complete the double play. In the inning, no runs, no hits, 1 error. Nobody left on base. The Viper defense stepping up after the offense got things going. We'll go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning, still 4-4. And just what Daniel Farrow needed to, by the way. Let me get the count here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. An 8-pitch inning for Farrow. That should buy him an extra inning. As by my unofficial count, that brings him up to 64 pitches through 3 innings. Nice job, Daniel Farrow. Nice job, Viper defense. 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up here for Vandegrifts. Clayton Moore, Landon Thompson, and Will Gilbert as the Vipers try to take the lead for the first time this afternoon. So here's Moore, singled in the first. And scooches back off the plate to pitch inside, ball 1. Good pitch there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and the pitch inside low, ball 2. Three and 1. Slapped over to the left side. Shortstop gets a nice high hop, and Gula with the throw over to first. 6-3 put out retires Moore for 1 away, and that'll bring up Landon Thompson. Thompson an RBI single. And that one popped up and into the waiting glove of the third baseman, Josh Estacio. And they're quickly 2 away. So 2 outs now for Will Gilbert with the bases empty. Foul back to the screen, strike 1. 2 outs, bases empty here in the Viper third. Inside corner at the knees, 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Ooh, and that one hit him on the helmet. Gilbert talking with head coach Al McGee. Doc going to come in and take a look at him here. You could probably hear it in the crowd, Mike. All right, he's going to continue. So Gilbert will trot down to first. Got his money's worth out of that at bat. And that'll bring up David Forrell. Forrell starting the 3-1 uprising in the second inning with a walk. Toss over to first, runner back. 4-4 ball game here in the bottom of the third. Pitch down low. Big game coming up here in just a couple of minutes on Vype Live. Bowie hosting Lake Travis. That game scheduled for last night, pushed to today. 1-0 pitch. Floats in there at the letters for a call strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ground ball. High hop. Shortstop has it. Gula, the throw to first, too high and too late. Hustling all the way was David Forrell. I told you he had good speed, and he beat it out. Took a high hop. Gula a little slow in the throw. And the Vipers had runners at first and second with 2 outs. So here is Hubbard. Had a single last inning. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Hit in the air, right side. Wind is going to push it into foul territory, but making the catch. Nice catch in foul territory. Evan Dunn hauls it in to retire the side. So the Vipers get something going with 2 outs, but can't complete the rally. We have played through 3. We will go to the 4th. We stay tied at 4. You're watching Grand National Vipers baseball on Vype Live.
For high school sports coverage second to none, discriminating sports fans, booster clubs, and student bodies will tell you Vype stands above the rest. Vype can provide your school and your entire school district with complete digital video streaming and live broadcast coverage at prices that fit your budget. Find out more information at Vype, VYPE.com. VYPE.com.
At Austin Pets Alive, the mission is to promote and provide the resources, education, and programs needed to eliminate the killing of companion animals. That means more happy pets joining more happy families every single day. In fact, Austin Pets Alive has saved more than 25,000 dogs and cats since 2008. And you can help. Adopt a new family member, help out with a donation, or roll up your sleeves and volunteer. If you have love, time, or money to spare, we all have at least one of those, you're needed. Visit AustinPetsAlive.com to get started. Austin Pets Alive, helping people help pets.
Seven, 8, 9 hitters go up here for Westwood. Colton Clements to lead it off. And takes the first pitch at the letters called, strike 1. Daniel Farrow seems to be settling in here just a little bit. The 1-2-3 inning helped out by the defense with the inning double play last inning. Curveball bends in there for a strike. 0-2. Clements grounded out to Farrell in the first. 0-2 pitch. Little scribble to the right side. It's going to have some English on it. Coming on. Throw to first in time. Good play there by Clayton Moore. Had to charge that one. And had some English. He played the English. The sidearm throw. 4-3 put out, one away. May have been a little bit fortunate that Clements is not the speediest guy on the Warriors team, but one out, bases empty for Gus Windland. Outside, ball one. Windland reached on an infield single in the second. Swung on, foul tip, 1 ball, 1 strike. Say hello to my mom tuned in from up in Illinois. Turned into a Viper fan this year. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one flared to right field, and nice play by Will Gilbert. Started in, went back, and made the over-the-shoulder catch for 2 away. Thought I'd bring up their right fielder, Evan Dunn. Email's open, by the way, if you want to give a shout-out to your favorite player on either side. Voice of the Vipers at gmail.com. Voice of the Vipers, all one word plural, at gmail.com. Evan Dunn stepping in, taking the first pitch strike. He had a sacrifice bunt in the second. One ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, bases empty. Good. Pitch to the knees, call strike. One strike away from a 1-2-3 inning. Oh, the Vipers starting to come off the field. The umpire says no. 2-2 the count. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Again, umpire says no. Three balls, 2 strikes. I tell you what, those are 3 really, really good pitches. 2 out, walk to Dunn. Back to the top of the order we go. Hebert will step in, 1 for 1 in the game, also walked. Comes up here with 2 outs, runner at first. High and away, ball 1. Worst part about that is it adds to the pitch count here for Farrell. Popped up left side. Let's see if the ballpark will hold it. It will not. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Hit hard to right center field. Going to hold up in the air, and Gilbert makes the catch to retire the side. So the 2-out walk doesn't hurt anything. No runs, no hits. 1 runner left on base. We are halfway through this one. Vipers will look to take the lead in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Still tied up 4 apiece. As we reach the midway point of the ballgame, we again want to thank our sponsors. Our home run sponsor, Shannon Kramer with Bartlett Realty, along with Silverton Custom Homes. Our double play sponsor, Ranch Road Vision. Our single sponsors, Independence Title, D.H. Allen Construction, South Star Bank, and Steiner Ranch Wagabag. And our banner sponsor, Trent Reynolds Baseball Development, along with our Vype Network sponsor, Academy Sports and Outdoors. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store. Nine, 1, and 2 due up here for the Vipers in the bottom of the 4th inning. Shortstop Ryan Back will lead it off. Another quick inning, last inning for Daniel Farrow, in spite of the goofy walk. .15-pitch inning. You'll take that anytime. So here's back to lead it off. Big RBI single in the second inning. Had a good cut there. Fouls it back to the screen, strike one. Pitch up high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Winland, Hebert down the outfield left to right. Estacio, Gula, Garcia, Morgan, the infield third to first. Jack Brinson behind the plate. And Tate Joint in his fourth inning of work paints the outside corner with that pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes to back. Down low, 2-2. Joint 54 pitches coming into this inning, unofficially. That ball drilled to center field. Will it get down? It will not. It's going to hold up, and the center fielder Hebert there to make the catch for 1 away. So back to the top of the lineup we go. Nick Jackson will step in. Sacrifice fly RBI in the second inning. And they're called strike one. He has been knocking the cover off the ball. Tapper left side has a chance to beat this one out. Third baseman comes on, makes the throw to first, not in time. I think he would have beat it anyway. Nice effort by the third baseman, Estacio. Did everything he could with it. But Jackson with good speed. The infield single, 1 away for Braden Buchanan. Let's see how Coach McGee plays this with the potential go-ahead runner at first base. 1 out, Buchanan in. Heart of the order due up. Tossed over to first, and the runner back. Hit in the air to shallow center field, but again, Hebert has a beat on this one. And hauls it in for out number 2. 2 outs now for Christian Okerholm. Okerholm 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Got underneath it, popped it up on the infield. Garcia is going to haul it in. The Vipers are done quietly here in the 4th inning. So in the inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. We will go to the 5th inning. We've got a 3-inning ball game tied up 4 apiece. You're watching Vandegrifts Vipers baseball on Vype Live.
Hey, buddy, you say you wish someone was covering your favorite high school sports teams? You just couldn't make it to the game and you need to find out now what's going on? Well, my friend, your prayers are answered. Go to VYPE.com and hit Find Your School to see what Vype is saying about your great community. See for yourself why Vype is the leader in high school sports coverage in Texas. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com.
We go to the 5th inning in what is essentially a 3-inning ball game, and Westwood has the guys they want coming up. Part of their order, 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Brinson, Gula, and Joint due up for Westwood against Daniel Farrow, who's really settled down. 81 pitches through the first 4 innings. But 2 really good innings in a row. So here's Brinson stepping in, 0 for 2 in the game. Popped out. Well, technically he popped out to the third baseman, Jackson, but Jackson caught the ball on the first baseline. Also struck out looking in the second. So Brinson steps in, 0 for 2 in the game. And pokes that one into center field. Coming in is Tyler Hubbard. You can see what the wind did to that one. He started to his right and wound up going back to his left, like throwing a frisbee up in the air. 1 pitch, 1 out here for Matthew Gula. Gula 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Pitch of the letter is called strike 1. Good, off speed. Did it go? Yes, it did. Strike 2. 0-2 the count to Gula. Oh, 2 pitch. Just missed outside. And the count 1-2. One, 2 pitch. In there, called strike 3. Beautiful pitch, 2 away. Strikeout number 3 for Farrell, and that'll bring up Tate Joint with 2 outs and the bases empty. Joint will step in trying to help his cause. 1 for 2, 2 RBI double in the first, reach on an error in the third. Low and away, ball 1. Just inside, 2-0. Outside, ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. Swinging on 3-0 when he fouls it back to the screen, strike 1. Inside, ball 4, and it's a 2-out walk given up to Joint. So with 2 outs and a runner at first, that'll bring up Josh Estacio. Single and a fielder's choice thus far. Cedar Ridge and McNeil tied up 1 apiece, top of the 5th inning. That's a big game. Courtesy runner here for the pitcher. We'll try to get a good look at his number here if we can. Sometimes easier said than done. That's a line shot. That's going to get out to right field. That might go to the wall. Nice job, Gilbert, cutting it off to keep it and get back into the infield. They're going to hold the runner. A long, loud single to right field off the bat of Estacio. But Gilbert with a nice play, sliding and making the catch to keep the runner at third base. If he doesn't do that, that ball rolls to the wall, and Westwood has the lead. So no damage done yet. Runners at the corners, 2 outs for Ridge Morgan. Pitch up high, ball 1 to Morgan. 0 for 2 in the game, grounded out to the pitcher Farrell, then grounded into a double play. Down low, ball 2. Way outside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes to Morgan. That's Cooper Williamson, I believe, running over at third base for the pitcher joint. 3-0 pitch. Inside corner for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Farrow trying to get out of the inning without any damage done. 3-1 pitch. Down low, ball 4. And the Warriors have the bases loaded. Still no damage done. As Colton Clements will step in 0 for 2 in the game. And Coach McGee going to come out here. Let's see if he makes a change or if he just wants to talk about what they're going to do. Yeah, I think he's just talking strategy. All right. Williamson at third. Astacio at second. Morgan at first. 2 outs in a 4-4 ball game. Vipers win. They move back into a tie for the final playoff spot. 1 game behind Vista Ridge. Westwood wins. They tie Vista Ridge for third, and the Vipers are 2 out with 3 to go. Here is Clements, 0 for 2 in the game. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Farrow, the junior, trying to dig deep and get out of the jam. Swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Got him! Whatever Coach McGee just said, bottle it up and repeat it all night long while the guys are sleeping. Daniel Farrow with a strikeout to leave the bases loaded. We will go to the bottom half of the 5th inning, still 4-4. Nice job, Daniel Farrow. No runs in the inning, 1 hit. No errors, 3 runners left on base. Mark that down. We'll go to the 5th inning for the Vipers. And it'll be Moore, Thompson, and Gilbert due up here to try to untie this thing. I've got Daniel Farrow at, this is very unofficial, 100 pitches. So he could conceivably come out to start the 6th inning and face a batter. We'll see what they do. I think what happens here in the bottom of the 5th inning might determine that. So here is Clayton Moore, 1 for 2 in the game, single in the 1st. Curveball, down low, ball 1. Advantage Vipers right now. They've got 9 outs to work with. Westwood has 6. Ground ball left side, scooped out by the third baseman, and he makes a nice toss over to first base. Astacio to Morgan for 1 away. Got to bring up Landon Thompson with 1 out. The base is empty. RBI single, popped out to third. Westwood, a solid defensive club. We saw that on Tuesday night. They just don't make many mistakes. Curveball squibbed into right center field. That might get down, and it will get in there for a base hit. Thompson goes opposite field, and that'll bring up Will Gilbert with one out and a runner aboard. Gilbert 0 for 1 also took one on top of the helmet his last at bat. Shows bunt, pulls it back. The pitch down low, ball 1. Joint working from the stretch. 1 ball, no strikes. Ground ball left side. Shortstop double clutch it. He can't make the play. Shortstop was moving to second. Gilbert hit it behind him. And the Vipers have runners at first and second with 1 away. Forrell, an infield single, also walked and scored in the second. Vype is trying to break on top. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Ground ball. Second baseman's got it. Over to short for 1. The throw to first. It is in time. And Westwood turns a double play of their own. Nicely done by the Warriors. 4-6-3 double play. And the Viper inning is over. No runs, 1 hit. 1 runner left on base. We played through 5. We'll go to the 6th. Still knotted up at 4 apiece. You're watching Vandegrifts Vipers baseball on Vype Live.
When you buy or sell a piece of property, it helps to have a friend in the business. Independence Title will pick up the ball on your transaction and take it right across the goal line. Independence is locally owned right here in Austin with deep roots in the Vandergrift community. Independence is also the Austin Business Journal's #1 title company. Work with the home team at Independence Title. Call 329-5299 or go to independencetitle.com.
At Austin Pets Alive, the mission is to promote and provide the resources, education, and programs needed to eliminate the killing of companion animals. That means more happy pets joining more happy families every single day. In fact, Austin Pets Alive has saved more than 25,000 dogs and cats since 2008. And you can help. Adopt a new family member, help out with a donation, or roll up your sleeves and volunteer. If you have love, time, or money to spare, and we all have at least one of those, you're needed. Visit AustinPetsAlive.com to get started.
Move to the top half of the 6th inning. 8, 9, and 1 hitters to up here for Westwood. Gus Woodland to lead it off and lines the first pitch out in the left field for a base hit. Leadoff hitter aboard for the Warriors, and that'll bring up right fielder Evan Dunn. By my unofficial count, Farrow has 9 pitches left. Pitch outside, ball 1. Snap though down to first, pretty close. Once you hit 110, you're allowed to finish the batter. Shows bunt again, pulls it back, and the pitch down low. 2-0 to Dunn. Bunts it up the first base side, and it's going to roll foul. Heads up play there by Thompson. All he could do, he could have maybe picked it up and tagged the runner, but that would give Westwood what they wanted. So let it roll foul, and the count goes 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Dunn. Shows bunt again. Pitch up high, ball 3. This is actually a pinch hitter, by the way. This is Evan. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I just wrote down the wrong number. Farrell's got it, and a toss to first. So Dunn executes a sacrifice bunt. Go-ahead runner at second base with one away. One out, back to the top of the order we go. Windland moves up to second base. Likely the last batter that Farrell will face here. Ebert 1 for 2 with a walk. Swung on, foul tip, strike one. He shows bunt, gets it up the third base side. Farrell's got it, the throw to first. High throw, runner safe. So runners at the corners, still just one out for Jack Brinson, the catcher. In there, called strike one. Brinson 0 for 3. Shows bunt, bunts it up in the air, back to the screen, the count 0 and 2. Windland at third, Hebert at first. One out. No balls, 2 strikes to Jack Brinson. Just missed outside, and the count 1 and 2 to Brinson. Good pitch, good take. That ball slapped into center field, and that is going to be caught, and I got to throw to third. A base running mistake there by Westwood. Brinson flies out to the center fielder, Hubbard, who makes the catch for out number 2. Instead of tagging at third, Windland was halfway down to home, and he had to go back to third base. So the Vipers catch a break, 2 outs for Matthew Gula. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm over 110, but they've got the official count down in the field. Both sides do, so. We've got a pinch hitter here for Westwood. This is oops, that's not 17. This is Reed Saxon batting. So Saxon going to pinch hit here with 2 outs. Pitch up high, ball 1. Windland at third, Hebert at first, 2 outs. Down low, ball 2. Buchanan thought the runner was going, but he stayed put. 2 balls and no strikes to Saxon. Farrell trying to dig deep one more time. The 2-0 pitch up high, ball 3. Three-0 pitch. Inside corner for a strike. 3-1 the count. 3-1 pitch. Outside, ball 4. John Prussell tuned into the broadcast and said that pitch to Saxon was pitch number 108, so that will be the final batter that Daniel Farrow is allowed to face. He's gone over the 110 pitch count limit. And we're going to have a pitching change here with the bases loaded, no pressure, and 2 outs. So a nice job by Daniel Farrow. Really settled down, especially after that first inning. Just ran out of pitches. And it's going to be Eric Reimers coming in to pitch. So we've got a pitching change. We'll take a break and be back to see how it plays out here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. You're watching Vandegrifts Vipers baseball on Vype Live.
Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, one of the largest broadcast networks in Texas and the nation. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com. Vype is the leader in high school sports broadcasts. We've been doing it for 15 years.
3-13, not yet, another reverse. Breaking tackles, dives to the end zone. Touchdown Rangers.
16 seconds, really close up the corner. Quick pitch to Wilson, she fires the 3. Oh my God, it went in! Cavaliers pull ahead by 1.
Log on to Vype, VYPE.com.
When you buy or sell a piece of property, it helps to have a friend in the business. Independence Title will pick up the ball on your transaction and take it right across the goal line. Independence is locally owned right here in Austin with deep roots in the Vandergrift community. Independence is also the Austin Business Journal's #1 title company. Work with the home team at Independence Title. Call 329-5299 or go to independencetitle.com.
Eric Reimers coming in to take over pitching duties, the most important pitching performance of his young career here. These are his numbers heading into the game on Tuesday night. He had 7 appearances with 20 innings pitched, a record of 3-0, giving up 9 hits, 8 runs, 6 of those were earned, had walked 7 and struck out 17 with a 2.10 ERA. This is actually his 10th appearance, or his 9th appearance, because he played on Tuesday night. He pitched an inning, gave up a couple of runs. I know at least one of them was earned. But in any event, what he's done in the past doesn't matter. What happens right now is all that matters to him and the Vipers. Bases loaded, 2 outs, Tate Joint stepping in. Swung on, fouled back to the screen, strike 1. Joint in the ball game. A 2 RBI double in the first inning, reached on an error and walked. Windland at third, Hebert at second. Brinson, the catcher, at first. 0-1 pitch. Down low, ball 1. One ball, 1 strike. Popped up. Let's see if they can get out of the inning. Everybody's coming in and making the catch in foul territory was Will Gilbert, and the inning is over. He ran a long ways, but he made the catch, and a nice job, Eric Reimers, to get out of the inning. No runs. 1 hit. No errors, 3. Count them, 3 runners left on base. We will go to the bottom of the 6th inning, still tied up at 4 apiece. Be still my heart.
Vandegrifts Vipers, bottom of the cover, back, and Jackson.
Hey, baby, now what's your sign? Hold on now, where you going?
Close out the books on a fine performance from Daniel Farrow. Pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs on 5 hits. He had 4 strikeouts. Walked 6 batters. But a nice job by Farrow, especially in the later innings when he really knuckled down and refused to allow any more Warrior runs to come on board. Now it's the offense's turn. 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up here for VandeGrift. Tyler Hubbard, the center fielder, to lead it off. 1 for 2 in the game. Turns on this one, looks a high fly ball to short left field. And it's actually going to be the shortstop Gula making the catch out in shallow left field. 1 away. Vipers being very aggressive and not going deep in the pitch count. By my unofficial count, that was only pitch number 70 here for Tate Joint as Ryan Back steps in with 1 out and the base is empty. Pitch in there, call strike 1. Brushes him back, 1 ball, 1 strike. Back 1 for 2, an RBI single in the second. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball left side, and it's going to get out in the left field for a base hit. Vipers with the go-ahead runner aboard. Back to the top of the order we go to Nick Jackson. If anybody's due, he's due. Beat out an infield single in the 4th inning. Sacrifice fly RBI in the 2nd. Toss over to first. Pitch down low. One ball, no strikes to Jackson. That throw a little low, but first baseman Morgan able to make the catch. Swing and a miss and a pitch up at the eyes. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jackson. Hit in the air to center field. Hebert has a beat on it and hauls it in for out number 2. 2 outs now for Braden Buchanan. Buchanan 0 for 3 in the game. Back still at first base. Let's see if they put him in motion here. Try to get him in scoring position with 2 away now. And there he goes. The pitch out was on. The throw down to second. Not in time. So back with the stolen base. 1 ball, no strikes to Buchanan. Looking for a 2-out single from the Viper catcher. Down low, ball 2. You got the starting quarterback at second base, the backup quarterback at second base. Let's see if the quarterback connection can put the Vipers on top in baseball. 2 balls, no strikes. Down low, ball 3. That gets back to the screen. The throw down to third is not in time. The go-ahead run 90 feet away. Pretty good job by Brinson getting to that ball quickly and making it close at third. Three balls, no strikes Swinging on 3-0 and hacks it back to the screen. Strike one. Three balls, one strike. Up high, ball four. Vipers have runners at the corners with two away. Not a bad guy coming up to the plate in this situation. Christian Okerholm. As a courtesy runner going to come in here for the catcher, Buchanan. Is that Grayland Spring? I believe it is. Yes, it is Grayland Spring. Okerholm 1 for 3 in this one. Oh, they got him picked off. Let's see if they can manufacture this run to throw down to second. They got him. And before the run come home and the Vipers run themselves out of the inning. 1-3-6. And the inning is over. No runs, one hit. No errors, one more left on base. We will go to the seventh, still tied up at 4. You are watching Vandegrifft Vipers Baseball on Vype Live.
Hey, buddy, you say you wish someone was covering your favorite high school sports teams? You just couldn't make it to the game and you need to find out now what's going on? Well, my friend, your prayers are answered. Go to Vype, VYPE.com and hit Find Your School to see what Vype is saying about your great community. See for yourself why Vype is the leader in high school sports coverage in Texas. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com.
When you buy or sell a piece of property, it helps to have a friend in the business. Independence Title will pick up the ball on your transaction and take it right across the goal line. Independence is locally owned right here in Austin with deep roots in the Vandergrift community. Independence is also the Austin Business Journal's #1 title company. Work with the home team at Independence Title. Call 329-5299 or go to independencetitle.com.
5, 6, and 7 hitters due up here for the Westwood Warriors in a 4-4 ball game. Josh Astacio, Ridge Morgan, and Colton Clements due up. I don't think the Vipers are trying to do the double steal to steal that run. I think just a base running error there cost them. Got to play defense and get them in the 7th. Eric Reimer's on for his first full inning of work. Swing and a miss, strike one. Reimer's got the clutch out. Getting Tate Joint to foul out to end the inning in the 6th inning with the bases loaded. That ball is a fair ball down the corner. Astacio going to make the turn at first and head into second with a leadoff double, and Westwood in business here in the 7th inning. So Astacio with the word murdered on the third base line. And that'll bring up Ridge Morgan. Morgan grounded out to the pitcher, grounded into a double play, walked in the 5th inning. Pitch up high, ball 1. Down low, ball 2. Two-0 pitch. Low, 3-0. Shows bunt on 3-0. Pitch paints the outside corner for call strike one. Ooh, that one off of Reimer is going to glance over to the right side into the dugout area. They're going to hold the runners to the corners, and Reimer's hurt. That one was a rocket shot off the leg. So the training staff attending to Eric Reimers will take a break and let them go to work on him. And be right back. You're watching Vandegrifts Vipers Baseball and Vype Live.
Vype Live, the leader in high school sports broadcasts. Wait, hold on just a moment. It's true that Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, excels at high school sports broadcasts. But did you know that Vype Live does more than sports? Vype Live does band recitals, academic events. For more information on how Vype Live can broadcast your event, email us at VYPE.com.
Do you love the game of football? Wish you could be part of the action? Then become a football official. The Austin Football Officials Association is actively seeking new members to officiate games all across Central Texas. The Austin Football Chapter of TASO, the Texas Association of Sports Officials, provides a 2-year training program for new members. Taught by a crew of veteran officials, these training classes meet each Monday night from July through November and include classroom and on-field instruction. You don't need to be an ex-player or a coach to become a great official and have a memorable officiating career. As our officials will tell you, working around student athletes at all levels of football is gratifying. Plus, you'll develop lifelong friendships with other officials who share your passion for the game. Officiating football is a great way to get into and stay in shape, be a positive role model for student athletes, retain your competitive edge, and earn additional income. Visit the Austin Football Officials Association online at afoa.ws for more information. That's afoa.ws.
At Austin Pets Alive, the mission is to promote and provide the resources, education, and programs needed to eliminate the killing of companion animals. That means more happy pets joining more happy families every single day. In fact, Austin Pets Alive has saved more than 25,000 dogs and cats since 2008. And you can help. Adopt a new family member, help out with a donation, or roll up your sleeves and volunteer. If you have love, time, or money to spare, and we all have at least one of those, you're needed. Visit AustinPetsAlive.com to get started. Austin Pets Alive, helping people help pets.
In an emergency situation is Nick Jackson. Normally the left fielder playing third base today. He will be the third Viper pitcher here of the afternoon. Eric Reimers helped off the field, and we certainly wish him all the best in his recovery. Hope it's not as serious as it looked. Man, that was a shot. So Simon Baker is going to come in and play third base to take Jackson's spot. We may be expected to see somebody like Nick Jackson throw today against Georgetown in a non-district game. Jackson, I think, is making his first district appearance of the year. And the pitch bunted back to the screen from Colton Clements. We'll reset it here. Josh Estacio at third base, Ridge Morgan at first. Nobody out in a tie ball game. And Nick Jackson trying to seize the reins of opportunity here. 0-1 the count to Clements. Infield in everywhere. Shows bunt again. Gets it down in front of the plate. They're going to go home. and safe. Nice idea. But Estacio was off with the pitch, and he comes home on the fielder's choice, and it's 5-4 Westwood. I don't fault the Vipers for trying. Runners at first and second, still nobody out as Winland steps in and swings at the first pitch back to the screen, strike one. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. You're down by 1. Got to go to work and keep it a 1-run game. You've got the heart of your order due up here in the 7th inning. Give him a chance. 1-1 pitch. Ducks out of the way in the count 2-1. Two-one pitch. Foul back to the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tell you what, Jackson is right around the plate. He's not sailing it over anybody's head. Two-two pitch. Ground ball right side and is going to be knocked down by Moore, but doesn't have a play. Nice effort by Clayton Moore to come up with it, but not unable to make a play anywhere, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. Infield single for Winland. So Evan Dunn steps in, bases loaded, still nobody out. Infield will have to come in again. And we're going to have a pinch hitter here for the Warriors. Coach Casey Carter trying to break this one open. Coming in will be Alec Neville, number 22. Vipers on the ropes. Bases loaded, nobody out, trailing by 1 in the 7th. Pitch up high, ball 1 to Neville. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Low and away, ball 2. That ball slapped into right field for a base hit. That's going to score 1 run. Make it 6-4. Everybody else moves up station to station, and it's 6-4 Westwood. Neville goes opposite field to plate Morgan. Clemens up to third, Winland up to second, still nobody out, and back to the top of the order we go to Jeff Hebert. Osby in there for call, strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 0-2 pitch. Just outside. Good pitch. One-two pitch. Foul back to the screen, and the count remains 1-2. Clements at third, Winland at second, Neville at first. Fouled out of play. The 1-2. Ground ball to short. They got to come home. Got the first run. The throw down to first. Throws it out into right field. And 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. 3 runs are going to score. They're going to hold him at third. I tell you what, that base runner was right on the line as he went down first base. That's a 9-4 ball game. Clemens thrown out at home for the first out of the inning, but everybody else will score on the throwing error. And that ball hit down the left field line. It's trouble if it's fair, but it slices foul as Jack Brinson steps in. Strike one. 1 out and a 9-4 ball game. Foul back to the screen. That one tapped foul as well. No balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, 2 runs scored. Yeah, 8-4. I was looking at the same thing in my scorebook. Yeah, it's 8-4. No balls, 2 strikes. That one thrown behind. And had a play at the plate, but Jackson a little late covering. And now the 9th run of the game scores as Hebert comes home on the wild pitch. So now it's 9-4. Base is empty, 1 out. 1 ball, 2 strikes here for Brinson. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs now. So Gula will re-enter the game here, lifted for a pinch hitter in the 6th inning, but he'll come back in here now with 2 outs and the base is empty. Pitch low and away, ball 1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. A little high, 1 ball, or 2 balls, 1 strike. Just outside, 3-1. Three-one pitch. Low ball 4. So that'll bring up the beneficiary of all this, the starting pitcher Tate Joint, the 9th batter to bat in the inning for Westwood. Cedar Ridge has defeated McNeil 4-1. And if recalled, strike one. Joint with a 2 RBI double back in the first inning, which feels like yesterday. One ball, one strike. Ground ball right side. Moore's got it, and he will toss the back covering, and the inning is over. But a lot of damage done. In the inning for the Westwood Warriors, they pick up 5 runs. They get them on 4 hits, helped out by a key throwing error. An unlucky break for the Vipers. One of those hits, that infield single that knocked out Reimers. 1 runner left on base, and the Vipers are going to have to come up with 5 runs of their own to keep this game alive as we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. 9-4, Westwood on top.
Warriors pick up 5 to lead 9-4 in the bottom of the 7th. Vipers batting will be Overholm, Ward, and Thomason.
He found 0-2. Oh, he came back and walked?
I didn't know if they, you know, they
3, 4, and 5 hitters due up for the Vandegrifts Vipers. They need 5 runs to keep this game going. Christian Okerholm will lead it off here for the Vipers. He was at the plate when Spring was picked off. When the Vipers had runners at the corners, it looked like they were on the verge of taking the lead. Okerholm will step in, 1 for 3, trying to get things started here for the Vipers against Tate Joint. And the pitch down low, ball 1. Joint, like Farrow, has gotten stronger as the game is going on here. And a sky-high pop-up in foul territory. And it drops. Okerholm catches a break, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Anything up in the air is an adventure here, especially when you're in an unfamiliar ballpark. Brinson may have been better served letting Astacio, his third baseman, make the play, but he doesn't. And Okerholm is still alive. Pokes that one foul on the first base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Time is called. That ball slapped down the right field line and drops in there for a base hit. Right fielder Dunn guarding the line to prevent an extra base hit. That'll bring up Clayton Moore. Vipers will take on Hutto next week at home on Tuesday night, on the road Friday night. Pitch down low, ball 1. Westwood will take on Cedar Ridge at Cedar Ridge on Tuesday night. Raiders defeating McNeil this afternoon. At the knees, call strike. Down low, 2-1. That ball, line shot. Astacio to throw to first to double up Oklahoma. And the Vipers are down to the final out. Moore ripped one. But Astacio doubles up Oklahoma. 2 outs, base is empty. And that'll bring up Landon Thompson. Popped up, and that will probably do it. The center fielder coming in. Jeff Hebert makes the catch, and the Westwood Warriors come into Venom Field and get the sweep over the Vandegrifts Vipers by a misleading score of 9-4. So we'll take a break, get the numbers put together, and talk about what the Vipers have to do to keep their season alive. Next week, you're watching Vandegrifts Vipers baseball on the Vype Live Network.
Do you love the game of football? Wish you could be part of the action? Then become a football official. The Austin Football Officials Association is actively seeking new members to officiate games all across Central Texas. The Austin Football Chapter of TASO, the Texas Association of Sports Officials, provides a 2-year training program for new members. Taught by a crew of veteran officials, these training classes meet each Monday night from July through November and include classroom and on-field instruction. You don't need to be an ex-player or a coach to become a great official and have a memorable officiating career. As our officials will tell you, working around student athletes at all levels of football is gratifying. Plus, you'll develop lifelong friendships with other officials who share your passion for the game. Officiating football is a great way to get into and stay in shape, be a positive role model for student athletes, retain your competitive edge, and earn additional income. Visit the Austin Football Officials Association online at afoa.ws for more information. That's afoa.ws.
Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, one of the largest broadcast networks in Texas and the nation. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com. Vype is the leader in high school sports broadcasts. We've been doing it for 15 years.
3rd and 13. Again, another reverse. Breaking tackles, dives to the end zone. Touchdown, Rangers.
16 seconds. Really close up the corner. Rotates to Wilson. She fires the 3. Oh my God! It went in. Cavaliers pull ahead by 1.
Log on to Vype, VYPE.com.
At Venom Field as the Vandegrifts Vipers fall to the Westwood Warriors 9-4 in a game that was oh so close until that fateful 7th inning. The Vipers had a chance to take the lead in the bottom of the 6th inning, and a base running mistake took them out of the inning, and then Westwood coming up with the 5 runs in the 9th inning, helped out by a throwing error and a freakish infield single. And again, we certainly hope that Eric Reimers is okay. But your final score, 9-4 for Westwood. Unofficially 9 runs on 10 hits, 1 error. I got them leaving 10 runners on base, so it could have been a lot worse for the Westwood Warriors. They left the bases loaded twice in the ball game. Westwood now improving to 19-7-1 overall, 7-4 in district play, in very, very good position. They are tied with Vista Ridge for 3rd place. So them and Vista Ridge will be the 3rd and 4th playoff teams if the playoffs were to end today, but they don't. That's the good news. We'll get to that in just a second. Westwood will be taking on Cedar Ridge at Cedar Ridge on Tuesday night, and then home against Cedar Ridge on Friday night. For the Vandegrifts Vipers, 4 runs on 9 hits. Hit the ball well today. Got the 4 runs and left a couple of base runners on themselves. 6 runners on base for the Vandegrifts Vipers. 4 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors, a 1 key throwing error, unleashing the floodgates. 6 runners on base. Winning pitcher, by the way, for Westwood is Tate Joint. Losing pitcher, I believe, for the Vipers, the Harlock loser, Eric Reimer, as those first two runners to reach base were charged to him. So he will unfortunately be the losing pitcher for the Vipers, who fall to 16-12 overall, 5-6 in district play. 2 games now behind both Vista Ridge and Westwood. That's the bad news. The good news is there are 3 games remaining. Hutto is struggling themselves. They come in here on Tuesday night. Vipers absolutely have to sweep the Hutto Hippos and get a little bit of help to force a tie. They cannot be in a tie with Westwood now for the 4th spot. Westwood has a tiebreaker, but if they wind up in a tie with Vista Ridge, they have the tiebreaker over Vista Ridge. If they wind up in a 3-way tie, I don't know if it would be a mini tournament or how that would work, but if it winds up in a 3-way tie, Westwood is 3-1 against Vista Ridge and the Vipers. The Vipers will be 2-2 against those 2 teams, and Vista Ridge will be 1-3. So I don't know if they go by those overall records or if they would do like a mini tournament. Each district is a little bit different, but for the Vipers, you got to get there first. I mean, you got to sweep Hutto next week. Hutto is going to be angry. They're struggling this year. They're going to be mad. They would like nothing more than to play spoiler, and the Vipers have to get the sweep against Hutto. Their final game of the season, a week from Tuesday, against league-leading and state-ranked Round Rock. That is not going to be an easy way to end the season. So, not out of the playoff consideration yet. We said that at the top of the show. A loss today wouldn't mathematically eliminate the Vipers. It just makes it much, much more difficult for them. They're going to need some help if they're going to have any chance at all of making it into the playoffs. Update my scoreboard here. I realize I hadn't done that yet. So that's going to do it for us this afternoon. A frustrating afternoon here for the Vandegrifts Vipers as they fall 9-4. We want to thank our sponsors one more time here before we go. Our home run sponsor, Shannon Kramer with Bartlett Realty, along with Silverton Custom Homes. Our double play sponsors, Ranch Road Vision. Our single sponsors, Independence Title, D.H. Allen Construction, South Star Bank, and Steiner Ranch Wagabag. Trenton Reynolds Baseball Development, our banner sponsor, and our Vype Network sponsor, Academy Sports and Outdoors. Gear up this spring at Academy Sports and Outdoors. That's going to do it for us here this afternoon. Again, a huge thanks to the Vandegrifts Vipers Baseball Booster Club President Jennifer Farrow and Vice President Steve Miller and everybody on the board and all the sponsors who have made these broadcasts possible this year. From a broadcast partner, John Prussell, hopefully we'll see you out here Tuesday night. I might not be able to make it, but if I can't make it on Tuesday night, somebody will be here on Tuesday night. And our QA this afternoon, Nathan Nunez. Our technical director, Suna Vincat, and all the good folks over at Vype Media. My name is